That's 800-978-4812.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. Let's be honest, wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
The voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
I guess our guests of honor are late.
Imagine that. Can you believe that? I'm so surprised. Come on, we're not surprised, are we?
I don't even know what to say about it, man. And their time frame. They said 4:06. It's 4:04.
They got 2 minutes.
They have 2 minutes to be here. I'm not sure why the screen isn't gone live yet, but I can see us on one small screen, so I assume that they're gonna take care of that. I gotta find the chat people on here, man. I'm so discombobulated. So the people that usually help us with this, they're not here right now.
No.
So I've got to kind of find out how to get the chat pulled up on here. So I'll text them and find out if they can pop that up there. But everybody, welcome. Week 2. Bro, what was this stuff falling out of the sky for the past couple of days?
I don't know what that was. I've never seen such a thing.
I have no idea what that stuff was that was coming out of the sky.
Someone was crying.
It was crazy. Whatever that was that was coming out of the sky. I mean, it was you know what? Hey, we'll take it. And it's cool, right?
They didn't do themselves a practice. Like, oh my God, it feels so great out here.
Yeah, it's good. It was good. So we were super happy about that for sure. But man, I think tomorrow's gonna be. Are they here?
I think they've showed up.
Dun 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 dun. All right. So good news is I don't know if they can see us or not on the stream right now. So I don't know if they can see you letting people in the door. Let's see here.
Yes, sir.
Well,
yes, sir.
Y'all do know what an alarm clock is, right?
We just got to work. Some people got to work.
What's up, Bo? How are you? So I'm trying to figure out. So y'all may be in luck. I don't know. There we go. Now we're live. Oh, dude, people already know who was here by the folks that are late to the party. We can see it. And I don't know if Tiffany, if you're helping me or someone else, but usually the chat's on that right hand side of the stream and I can't see it. So what's up, guys? So you guys know it. If you're watching live, drop an L for live in the comments. If you're watching this later, drop an R for replay. Our distinguished guest came in. Now, what I don't understand, you put a message, keep us under the radar. But you want to come talk about football.
That was weird. Yeah.
Wasn't that kind of strange?
What?
I don't understand it. All right.
Discombobulated.
So let me just give chat a recap of what's going to happen on the show today. While everybody is on here, we got comments already coming in. We do have RY8 in the house. They had a great weekend and honestly, big 12U game.
Yeah.
Big 12U game.
Big 12U game.
And we're going to talk about that a little bit here in just a few minutes. We are going to go over our picks this week. The Dr. Locks, so Doug's Locks and Mike's picks. And I don't know how I did, but listen. So I just tell all you guys in the chat. First off, hopefully you're not betting. If you are, please bet responsibly. Week 1 never counts on picks. So
what?
It don't count, man. We don't know nothing. We don't know nothing, right?
No.
We don't know nothing, right?
Got his cheat sheet right
Pull your mic up close to you, brother. So we'll see. We'll go on through the picks. We'll go on through the picks here in a second. But we do want to highlight our way, right?
Yeah,
man.
Sure. Yeah.
First off, I know coming in from the off season, if there was the water cooler talk around the league,
We're the greatest ever.
I was trying to make it like politically nice.
Just keep it real.
Keep
We're
it
the
real.
greatest team ever to play football. We're bringing the kids, baby. You don't want this smoke?
So for those of you parents that want to know what happens behind the scenes, that's what happens when we get together at the meetings, right? It's
Put it in their face, man.
but here's what I'll say, man. You two guys laid it out there, right? Before the season started, you said that y'all last year we had you in on the show. Y'all talked about y'all building a program out there, getting things up and going. And honestly, after the end of the all through the off season, I know you and I talked a lot, work being put in, and y'all going to be a different team.
Yeah, for sure.
And now I know it's only 1 week.
It did pretty good.
And everything can change in a moment. Just ask Aaron Rodgers, right?
Man,
I don't know.
for sure.
But week 1 was pretty good.
Oh, we did all right.
Well, how did they do week 1?
They didn't lose a game week 1.
No, we lost one.
Yeah.
6U. Yep, 6U.
6U.
SYA Cowboys.
Thank you,
Whoever
Tiffany,
picked
for
that.
helping me with that.
6U Cowboys.
6U
Y'all were
Cowboys.
right on that. It was a game at the first half, but they got away with it.
Yeah.
They can't-
So-
We'll be better, though, next time we see him. We'll be better for sure.
So let's talk about what you guys did in the offseason for the program, right? We'll go through scores. We'll have a good time with that as we go through here and kind of, Doug can call out some scores as we go through. But I'm more interested in because, guys, as far as a program goes and people building programs, whatever you guys are doing is successful, right?
Yeah.
So talk us through it. Like tell us, how was the off season? What was your plan in the off season? What did you guys formulate a game plan? Say this is how we're going to attack it. What caused you to get to here? Let's roll.
I mean, really, man, the biggest thing was off-season work. You know what I mean? Like getting the kids together. I mean, we was together in March, man, just, working out, doing different kinds of, we had lineman camp, we had a lineman camp, we had a skills camp, we had conditioning camp, you know what I'm saying? Just as much work as we can put in the off-season, it'll show August, September, October, November. You know what I'm saying? And that's from little league to middle school to high school to, the parents are really sleeping on the training their kids. They think they can wake up, let them play football and they're going to get better. Some are naturally, get better, but at the end of the day, man, it takes work, hard work and dedication. That was our mantra all off season long, was hard work and dedication.
Well, and you bring up a good point there. I'll just talk about, so my son has moved on from Northwest into junior high, and we're watching some of those games play out. And I can tell you there's a couple of kids that I try to recruit to come play for the Elks, big kids, solid kids.
Yeah.
The wording told to me by their parents were, we don't want them to play because we don't want them to get hurt. No offense to you. You guys are peewee coaches. One play. And he went off to the sideline when he got smashed.
Right. Yeah.
And didn't want to play no more. Right. And so training kids at a young age, especially if it's done right, it needs to be done correctly. Right. But the reality of it is getting these kids in at this age, when they get into those middle school and high school years, I'll just brag on my oldest. He's one of the smaller ones out there starting on the A team. And he ain't scared of the guys bigger than him because he's been playing.
Right.
He's played in a very competitive league like Northwest, right? Where every week you're playing somebody good. And so that's good for you guys. But I've got to ask, how do you get the parents buy-in? Because that's a long off season, right? Hey, that's a long time to be training out there.
Shout out to our parents, man. Like our parents, they rock with us 100%. You know what I mean? Like we put the message out. I mean, for camps, we were having over 120, 150 kids.
Wow.
So it was, new kids, old kids, just whatever. And we don't stop, anybody from coming. Anybody can come out there and work with us from 13 to 14.
That's awesome.
Because it's just extra work. If we train their minds now, their body will follow.
That's good. And we got a lot of people on here. So I'm sorry, chat, not trying to miss you. We're going to have a jam-packed show today and go from here. So let me just call out. So we got a lot of L's, Kevin, Greg, Nikki on, Joshua, we are here. Our Way Football says, where the Our Way guys at? Then Greg says, Our Way in the house. Our Way, sure in the house. Our Way Football. Ari says, I am live. Love Ari. We're always glad when they're over here. Paige is live. Jessica, Candace, a lot of people got the can't see on here. Guys, thank you for dropping the L in the comments. Big 12U mentioned on here. We'll talk about that game in a second. Oh, Joshua, all the hating begins. The week one don't count. Hey, we're gonna see what my record is. I don't even know. I don't even know.
I haven't told them yet.
Yeah, I mean they're just.
We know it wasn't that good. At least we know it wasn't perfect. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, you did pick a couple our ways.
Doug might have turned out perfect.
I did all right.
Well, he only picked 5 games.
But he picked a great one.
I mean, my Lord, how does that happen?
I picked 7. I'm smarter than you, man. Come on.
Obviously, the Raiders. The Raiders are a little better than the Elks right now.
44 games. That's crazy.
Actually, the Raiders are not better than the Elks right now. Let's not start that.
Room, right?
Yeah, pick wise.
Hey, but I have a question though.
Yeah, go.
For you guys. So what I saw after the game, I don't know if you do it for every age group, but you were giving out like leadership awards, stuff like that. What did that come about when did you start doing that?
Cool. Honestly, it's just something we've done in the past years. Last year, I got the chains. Eric got me hooked up with the chains, but we try to let kids stand out. We try to let them be recognized, noticed. Every game, we try to do someone different, but obviously playmakers are playmakers, leaders are leaders, so on and so forth. So we have a leadership chain we give out to whoever's, being that leader of the game, whether he's making the plays or not, he's picking his team up, rallying the troops, whatever it might be. Playmaker, someone who makes a big play, obviously a hammer, big hits, and then a pancake one. Obviously got to take care of the linemen. The linemen make the game happen.
Without them, there's nothing.
But we just go back to the morals, man. We want to recognize everybody. The parents, like y'all said, the parents aren't here saying it right now. They're bought in. They are bought in 100%. And it's because constantly in group chats, whether it's the parents ones, whatever it is, we're thanking them. We're letting them know the success of this season, the kids' season, everything hinges on them. If they want to make it successful, then they can. If they want to go against the grain, not be the parents that want to support, obviously the team's not going to be as successful.
Sure.
I'm sure y'all been part of those times. It's just it don't work out when it is.
They got a famous movie that says, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
So, we're just trying to build a great program, man. And shout out to Richland High School.
Yeah.
Richland High School is hands down one of our biggest supportures.
That's
Coach
awesome to hear.
Reason for our success.
Varsity head coach is our offensive coordinator on Cody's 12.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like anything we need from high school fields to, we just did RYA night, over 200, family and friends, came out.
Ran out on the varsity field with the kids.
Yeah, we had a tailgate. We had, we're just trying to put back into the community. Even if they're not from the community, just come out and be a part of the community.
Well, and that's big, right? Because if you're not from the community and your community's not doing that, and I know, Doug and I both here in Burleson, we wish we could have
pulling teeth.
We wish we could get our high schools, and which, we get it. Like there's 2 of them here, and not saying the high school coaches wouldn't, but it's like
the coaches are great. It's not them.
It comes down to money every time, and it's this and it's that, and it's like, man, these are your kids, right? And you get that buy-in, and these kids are going to elevate up through the years. And then the reality of it is we keep it real after the whistle.
Absolutely.
You guys had a lot of new kids come play for y'all, right?
Sure.
Because of what you're
the
saying.
buy-in.
And Richland's getting new kids. So it's not just the youth program. You're nailing it on the head.
I got nine kids at Richland High School that I've coached throughout since they were 8. Yeah, since they were 8. So I want to say maybe 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
The freshmen now. You know what I'm saying? 3 of them is on JV, 2 of them was on varsity as freshmen. You know what I mean? So it's just it's the opportunity, man.
Man, when you have the buy-in of the parents, which you guys are talking about, but then you get the ISD behind that, and then it becomes fun for the community. People want to come there and play, right? That's just all there is to it. They want to come play there because they see it happening, and those camps become fun. And then if you're doing camps at the high school, that's a big deal to kids. Like people don't realize that at our age groups, all the way up to even even up to the 6th graders and 12U. If you get to go play on a high school field, that's a big deal.
You think you're the man.
You're like, oh, this is where I'm going to be on Friday nights.
You know, the craziest thing, right? So, we had the RYA night Friday night. Our kids, when they seen those varsity boys going, it was like they were Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're, trying to get a high five over the fence. And that's what it's about. Yep. You know what I'm saying? From Rasheed Rice, that's at the Chiefs now, coming out. He's take a picture with my son. He, wants to come back and talk to the RYA kids. Just showing them that he started here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He started here and look where he's at. So
it's massive. Go out a lot of chat here. Brandon says, say it again. Parents that will and won't help your team succeed need that full buy-in. Chris saying we're doing it. Kevin brings up a good point, and which BBGC and BYA, we have started working together, and there's been a lot of good synergies and stuff like that there of supporting each other. A lot of Richland support here. Jonathan's same things happening in Aledo. Derek says in youth sports, when kids don't show up, it's because of the parents.
You want me to be honest with you? That's where my mindset came from. You see the Aledos winning the state championships. You see the South Lakes winning the state championship. Those kids are Dragons from the time they're Pee-wee. Those kids are Bearcats from the time they're Pee-wee. So it's a farm system. You know what I'm saying? You may not look at it that way because, I need to take my son over here because that team's winning. But your son's –
well, then that's what Pee-wee is.
It's to that win. Is he or is he just sitting and you're rah-rahing that you're on a great team?
Because they're going to win over there, so I'm just going to go over there.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what they create there. Julia says when my son plays Fortnite with other players, he says he's from Richland High School. Like, I mean, that's cool, man, and that's a great program you guys are building. And so, hats off to you. Congratulations for the week 1 success. You guys hit on something you guys are doing with like trophies, so it kind of is a good segue. And then we're gonna jump into scores, and we're gonna see how well you guys did with all that, and we're gonna see how well M&D did this week. But I want to mention something that we're doing for After the Whistle for all year long. So you guys probably seen it posted on our band, right? And we're going to put something out for the parents. So all you parents, if you will write this email down, it's afterthewhistle@nwtyfa.org. Once again, it's afterthewhistle@nwtyfa.org. One of the things that Doug and myself wanted to do this year is last year we made it a whole lot about the towns during these shows, and we will have towns coming in, but we want to make it about the kids. And so we have asked the town reps every week to thank you, Cody, for putting that on there. We have asked the towns to give us some representations of kids that go above and beyond.
Right.
Play a great game, right? And listen, I'm not talking about just the skill kids that score touchdowns, right? Big tackles, interceptions. You got offensive linemen throwing pancakes out there. We want to hear about it, right? Those guys need love too. I'm offensive lineman. We want that love, right? So. The linebackers making big tackles. So this email is set up every Thursday. I will go through this email. Doug and I'll go through it, but also you can send it to your town reps. And if you don't know how to get a hold of them, just get a hold of your local board. And we are going to every week pick kids to feature. It could be 10 kids one week. It could be 5. We might spend a whole show on it if there's that many kids on there. Cool, at the end of the year, what I'm going to do from our show, that's going to be from me and Doug, we're going to present multiple MVP awards at the end of the year. Right. Don't know if it's just going to be offensive or defensive. It's going to be a couple of them. We're going to get them a nice MVP trophy. We're going to invite them in for the show after the Super Bowl. Our last show, we're going to just have our MVPs come in. The way you're going to learn way you're going to earn the MVP award, it's just basically how many times you've been mentioned, and then obviously the stats to back it up, right? Now, let me just say this, parents. We know little Johnny. You love baby Johnny. All right? You
tackle today.
You love him. You love him. You love him.
Just make him an MVP award, please.
Yeah.
Will you?
One tackle does not constitute for MVP nomination.
It's good, though.
It's great. Fundamental skills is great.
Good.
We're looking for game changers, right? Yes. And you can have game changers on every level: offensive line, defensive line, linebackers, skill positions. you can have game changers. Maybe somebody just made that play that the whole game turned around, right? That's what we want to know. Okay, that's what we want to know. And Doug has some highlights this week that he already talked about, or he'll talk about shortly. I have some from our personal game. But what we want to do is we want to name them, and I don't know how many it's going to be, guys. We could have 20 all-stars at the end of the year, right? We're not going to short any kid. If there's 20 kids that get mentioned multiple times from different towns, we're going to bring them in here, right? They deserve to have that highlight and recognition and stuff like that going from there. So I'm excited about this. So you guys have it there. If you have any questions, you can also email the Northwest board. We can get this email link out to you. Every week it'll stop on Thursday. So if you send us somebody Friday morning, they may not be mentioned until next week. And guess what? If they don't go play a good game the next week, they may not be mentioned, right? So this will stop on Thursday. But we're really excited to announce this and to get this going, and we want to have that rolling. All right, so gonna get Doug ready. Let me just read out some of this stuff here. Let's see. Julia says, our Tim says, much love for those guys. What they're building at RYA was what it is now wasn't easy work. I totally agree. Candace says, don't sleep on RYA 6U. Hopefully you get a chance to come back and beat the Cowboys.
Coming back, Dusky.
I love it. I love it. They talk about the bling, 8U RYA. Our line was the key to the game. A couple of highlights each week would be nice for the show. Thanks, Tank. We're definitely going to do that. And we got a lot of people that are on here right now. Joshua, Joshua actually mentions the Coach of the Year award.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. I just read it too.
You know what?
Shout out Josh.
Hey, and you're always giving him a hard time.
Big JD.
Man,
and his sons are.
We're giving it to you, Doug. We know y'all two are going to get it. They're both going to give you.
They have one good week and they're Coach of the Year.
We did great this week.
So a lot of weeks.
Oh goodness, goodness.
We're giving out Coach of the Week award. We got to give it to Cody
Not
Barber.
giving no Coach of the Week award.
I'm just saying, if he is, we
so
got to give it to Cody Barber.
Yeah, that's a good point. Sorry, Doug. How much? Man, 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's run through them. Let's go. Let's run through RYA scores first, then we'll talk about how we did.
Each one of them?
Yeah, let's. Just give us an overview.
Groups of everybody.
Yeah.
I want to talk about 12U. All right, not nothing against any of the other RYA. All right, I want to talk about 12U.
It was the biggest
win
win
of the day.
For us.
Because that Carlos Cody team, that's a really good football team.
He's never been 0-1 Northwest Texas.
Ever.
All
right.
He's never started 0-1.
He's 0-1, and that's a team that was. I mean, they're talented.
Shout out Carlos Cody.
They're going to win games. Tell me about the game.
Back to the awards. I like how you're going with that. Shout out to CJ right off the bat. Make sure he's in there.
Okay.
Zion Harris, Jackson Houston, Clay Cates, the entire line that we have on our RYA line. Baby. We're coming. We're punching you in the mouth, and you better be ready. That's all I'm going to tell you. The game was a nail biter, back and forth. It was fun. A lot of jawing, a lot of excitement. Carlos and myself talked to each other Sunday. We talked about how great the environment was, how the kids need to be in games like that. Those are the games that are really building these kids up to be better football players, not the blowouts. That's not doing nobody no good. We just gave a lot of love and support to each other. I think he sees what we're doing over here. We obviously seen what he's been doing. It's been a staple of Northwest Haifa. That's why, with all due respect, you picked against us. I can't blame you.
Yeah,
I did not.
I mean, they came in our house last year and put up 30. They beat the dogs.
Well, and that was part of the pick, right? I mean, they put up a lot.
So, I've heard a few comments about us, celebrating like we won the Super Bowl and stuff. I mean, if that's how you want to feel about it, cool. But at the end of the day, man, we was happy that these kids turned around a 37-0. Mike, we didn't sniff the goal line when we played them on 10U.
And we weren't in the lead the whole game, so it was perseverance. It was fighting. It was showing you got heart.
So what did the final wind up being?
34-28.
34-28.
And I mean, CJ put them boys in his backpack, and he was back and forth, man. It was back and forth.
We were down at one time. There was a lot of plays that were missed on both sides of the ball, on both organizations. So we know there's going to be a different game when we meet again if we get the opportunity to.
This is my theory on week one, right? No one is as good as they think they are, and no one's bad as they think they are. Because you just don't know yet. Yeah, because you make.
I feel like you're talking about the Cowboys too.
They're great. By the way, they are great.
But like, for example, what RYA did 9U won 20-0, and the person they said, "Man, we made some mistakes," right? Because you win, but you saw all the mistakes you were still making, so you're not even close to being as good as you think you are.
Right.
And the teams that lost, even if they didn't score, hey, you're not as bad as you think you are. It's week one.
Yeah.
You know, so everything kind of changes, and so no one's going to really know how good they are until about week 4 or 5 anyway.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I'll just say for our little flag team, we pulled out a victory this week against the great Derek. And honestly, man, I was yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he celebrated, and he celebrated like it was a Super Bowl.
Hey,
no, we didn't celebrate like a Super Bowl.
Celebrate.
We didn't.
Kids are supposed to celebrate.
Honestly, we'll talk about that game later. But I got him on a little bit of a coaching technicality because you only get one timeout flag per half. And right at the beginning of the second half, he called a timeout. And our game was back and forth. Score. We were up by 10. They went down and scored 2-point conversion. We got up by 2. And then we got the ball back. I had my little quarterback, which shout out to Reed if you're listening, buddy. Love you. He had 2 touchdowns. He just took a knee twice, and Derek tried to call timeout, but he had none left.
34-32.
Yeah, it's close.
Ooh.
It was good.
No,
but you know what I mean? But yeah, I get it. So kids should celebrate, right? That's a huge win for you guys. And you know, look, at the end of the day, you can call it what you want to call it. It's a win. And it's a win against a team that it's at the end of this year, that team will be knocking on the door to play in the Super Bowl,
Absolutely.
if not there.
Right. Absolutely.
Right.
Everybody
100%.
knows that.
That's just
100%.
where it is. So now how do you get the team ready for next week though? Right. Like just to make sure that it's like, there's no letdown because now the target's there, right? You said you want to be under the radar, but I'm telling you, people are awake.
You can only be under the radar.
We only say that, but we know we're not under the radar, man. We ain't. It's a lot of folks that know that we over here building something special.
Yeah.
You know, so if you come in any week sleeping on us, we're gonna beat your head in, and it's just what it is.
Yeah. And that's good.
That's just what it is. I mean, so you know, I mean, we humble, but
Sounds like it.
It's time to at least put it in your face a little more. You know what I'm saying? We came in last year humble.
Yeah.
You know, it was my first year taking over as director, Cody's second year. You know
so
what I'm
last year
saying?
that was y'all being humble? Oh, we
Lord.
in trouble. Northwest Texas, watch out.
Lord.
If that was humble last year, and this is we in trouble.
I can't
It's fun,
imagine
though.
the
It's
end of
fun.
the year meetings if these guys like win multiple Super Bowls and
win. You
Lord.
said win, right? You didn't say
If.
You said win.
I don't want to go to that meeting.
You know, I'm excited. Obviously, there's some games I'm excited to watch, right? Because I know CJ's very talented kid,
absolutely.
right? I know the Elks got a couple of really talented kids on theirs. We know Carlos Cody does, right? And you know, there's look, Arya agrees with me, but we might as well shut this show down. I don't even know what I said, but she says I agree with Mike.
Oh,
can you believe that?
Shut it down.
Shut it down. We need to
Shut
close
it
it down. I don't even know what I said. Arya says biggest win of their season. She says we should have won, but I'll say that they won't beat us again. I love it.
I agree. It is the biggest game of their season.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah,
first
so
game.
far.
Yep.
It was the only game of the season.
Tank Slade says TJ Slade put up 3 TDs, 9 tackles week 1, and had a pick 6 called back. SYU number 5, 10U. I know they had a good year. Derek says it was a good game. Fix the flag pulling. I hope to see you guys again, Mike.
There
It was definitely a good game. Like I don't know about these Northwest flags, man. They seem a lot stickier than the ones we've been
Sounds like
practicing
they're
with.
gluing them in there.
I'm just saying, like you know how they have bat checks in baseball. We might have to have flag checks. We might have to have some flag checks as far as that goes. But so guys, in the last minute, because next segment we're gonna go over picks and all that type of stuff, and you know you guys can pick games with us and go from here.
Let me tell them your scores, man. Let me tell them your record.
Okay, tell the record. Let's
All
go.
right. So Mike went 28-16.
You picked that many games?
20. He picked all of them.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
But only with y'all, not on the show.
No, on the show. I picked them all. I'm gonna pick them all
Every
again.
last
We're
one
not
of
gonna have
them.
enough time.
Hey,
That's because y'all talk too much.
We're
Doug's
trying to hype it up.
locks was 5-2,
Good job, Doug.
and our special guest last week was 4-1. Dallas.
Big shout.
We ain't
out
gonna
to
tell
you.
him that, are we? Because
He already knows.
He was the one that did the stats.
He's like, Dad, don't forget my pick 6 and my other touchdown I had either. So there you go.
Yeah,
Dad.
and he had a great game too. You know what? I'll take 28 and 16. What we got 50 seconds. What age bracket did I miss the most?
Oh my goodness.
7U?
12U, right?
7U
Obviously.
went 1-4. 12U he went 3-4.
The only win you picked
Oh,
was mine.
So he missed one. Which
I only
one did he
missed
miss?
y'all. That's it.
3-4. He went 3. No, 3-4 in 12U. You went 3-4.
You won 3 and
I
lost
got
4.
3 and
You got 3. Lost
okay,
4.
I got you. All right, I'm good with that.
But that 7U, yeah, you got to work on that one, bro.
How did Waxahachie do in 7U?
Oh my goodness.
We gonna save it?
Man,
Is that we got
yeah.
20
Are they
seconds.
the
Tell
real
me, how did they do?
I
40 to 6.
I will not pick
They
against
won 46.
I will not pick against
All
them
right.
again.
It's proven. It's done.
I will not pick.
That's it.
I got it. Even
that's
Circle Hill,
it.
they won 40-8. They must be for real.
So they they got hit and they still ran up the
hit
score.
back. They hit back. Yeah, they hit back.
All right,
Dad's gonna make a difference.
we'll be back in just a minute.
Yeah, I got that one circled.
If you're trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
All right, here we go. All right, let me read this because we got a lot of stuff to cover. We're going to have to move to 2 hours next week. Joco Community Radio is proud to be the voice of Johnson County, Texas, and on the live 24/7 TuneIn Radio Network. Tune in to joco.com to find all the places to listen and watch. The station app is available for free on Android and Apple devices. Just go in there and search Joco to check out the lineup and more. Download the app. Episode of More is brought to you by Next Level Claims, making your insurance work for you. Reach out to your Texas sales rep at 844-TEXT-HAIL. That's 844-839-4245. And also by Versus Sports. All right, cool. I got that out of the way quick. We're going to go right into picks, right? We already know what my record was last week. And you know what? I'll take above 500 record for that. If I was betting money, which we absolutely tell you do not bet at all whatsoever on these games, I would be up. So let's roll. 5U. Do it.
All right, we got SYA. That's probably it says 2. I don't know which coach that is, but not Dusky, but Dusky, right?
Okay.
Versus Elks.
Versus me?
No, that was Dusky played up.
That's 6. Who's the SYA to the other SYA team? I'll get you.
Playing the Elks, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we're taking the Elks.
Sorry, we got Cooper versus Matinee. We got Bros and Elks, Raiders versus Raiders.
Cooper.
Okay. You got Red Oak versus Verga.
Verga.
Like I do that. KYA versus LYSA.
KYA.
And we got RYA versus Midlow.
RYA.
Because they're sitting here.
Yeah.
That's because y'all sitting here.
Hey, I got a bad one.
Lake Worth versus Waxahachie.
Waxahachie.
All right. Also, my lock of the week is Waxahachie.
Ooh.
That's my lock of the week.
Okay.
Waxahachie.
Stone cold.
All right. Next age
All
group.
right. 6U. We have RYA versus BBGC.
Uh-oh. There he is.
I'm going BBGC. I think that team has done what y'all have done all off season long. They've been putting in work. I'm going to give them love until it shows me otherwise. BBGC.
Midlow Garrick versus BYA.
Midlow.
That was a mistake.
Mistake.
BYA, I'm telling you, that's a mistake. SYA Dusky versus LYSA.
SY.
Easy. Got Mid Kidder versus Ferris.
Give me Ferris.
And you got Ennis versus Waxahachie.
Give me Hatchie.
And you have Red Oak versus KY8.
Ooh.
Give me KY.
Yeah, you owe him a little bit of respect.
Give me KY.
My lock is Dusky again.
Uh-oh.
I'm rolling with Dusky.
He said, I'm going to make my lock solid.
Doug's going to make sure he goes like 7-0 or 8-0 in his lock. He going solid locks.
Hey, you got to be smart with your locks.
All right, let's roll.
7U, we got Red Oak versus BYA.
Give me BYA.
We have KYA versus S-Way Burton.
Give me KYA.
Okay, we got S-Way Marquez versus Midlow.
Uh-oh.
Give me Midlow.
Nice pick.
We got RYA versus Ferris. He loves Ferris. He's going to say
RYA.
Ferris. What?
Hey,
He loves Ferris.
I like
He
Ferris.
loves
I like
Ferris.
Ferris. But I like our way here. I got to get my 7U picks
said,
back
I'm
up.
not going to mess my picks up.
And it's
We're in the building.
his first Waxahachie.
Give me
Carlos,
Waxahachie.
though.
Obviously, Waxahachie is locked
Waxahachie's
down.
running
Rest of the
the-
year.
They're like Texas in the
Yeah.
college rankings. They've
Don't-
now shot up.
Don't.
Who's your lock? Don't go nowhere.
Waxahachie?
Oh,
I,
you didn't
look,
say
look,
that,
I,
Joe.
I wrote it down. I circled it. I said,
Hey, y'all notice
we
how
weren't-
Doug has not gone out on any limbs for any
Not
locks
yet. Look,
whatsoever.
I said, look, listen. We weren't,
Eric, I thought he'd give you the lock.
we weren't sure about him.
Better start locking.
What's up,
Now we
CJ?
do.
Listening in the car. You deserve the cheese, bro. You
Yeah,
do your
CJ.
thing.
All right, 8U.
Yep, let's
Yeah.
go.
I got a game in week 2. Here we go.
Okay.
Dixon versus Jones.
Dixon.
Okay. I'm sorry. That's wrong.
Yeah, hold
Dixon
yeah.
versus
Yeah.
Dixon,
Yeah.
Future.
RYA
Super Bowl champion.
versus Dixon.
This is a big playoff preview.
That's
Yeah.
the game of the week right there.
Give me Dixon.
You
Sorry, coach.
right next to you. You can do like that.
I know you guys are going to
Bulletin
play
board.
well.
It's gonna
That's
be
bulletin
6
board.
nothing.
But that Dixon team was great last year. In my opinion, they should have won the Super Bowl. Had a few things that went wrong their way. I'm sticking with them.
Okay.
I appreciate the motivation.
We keep,
Hey,
we're
pull
going
your
to
mic
keep making
up
him a believer.
so you can talk with
I
us.
appreciate the motivation.
Here we
Well,
go.
he's definitely giving it to you then.
Let's roll.
We got Lake Worth versus BBCG Jones.
Lake Worth.
Okay. We got SY Jordan versus BYA.
That's why.
Another mistake. Okay, wait a minute. You picked Jones, right?
Yeah.
Over there. Okay. So now we got
No, I didn't pick BBGC Jones.
you picked Lake
No,
Worth.
he picked like
Yeah. Don't be trying to change my
Sorry,
picks on me, bro.
that's why you did
That's
so
why
bad.
I need to
That's
check.
why
I need to double
that's why I
check.
asked.
Wow.
That's why I asked.
Nathan says I'll take RYA 8U by 12. Woo.
I like it, Nathan.
We got,
You better let him know.
SY Baker versus LYSA.
He meant
Baker.
120.
All the way Baker. We got Red Oak versus Midlow LeBlanc.
Mid-low.
Go Midlow. Yeah.
We got Ennis versus Waxahachie.
Waxahachie.
And we got Ferris versus KYA.
Give me KY.
Lock
Anyway.
of the week.
Lock of the week is Baker all day, every day.
Who they got?
They got LSY. I know
Doug's going out on that limb right here, folks.
Every week.
I'm just picking one.
8U BYA
It's a
going to be
lock.
another win.
It's not
James
a-
says.
It's not a guest lock. It's a lock, right?
He said you're not supposed to chance it.
That's what the lock is supposed to be.
What do you think about the game of the week, if you don't mind, before you go anywhere?
Yeah,
You
we're
give
on
us
8U,
a-
Dre. We're on 8U.
Different.
People are
Last
asking what we're on.
Yeah, who's the game of the week?
Yeah.
No, right now, 8U. Who do you got, Doug? You didn't give
Dixon.
us a
Oh.
Yeah, it's Dixon and
Dixon
it's
versus
Dixon.
RYA.
Y'all.
No, we're
Oh.
asking Doug his pick, though. We
Oh,
heard yours.
I didn't pick that one, did I?
Let's get one. It's the game of the week. Let's hear it.
It is game of the week.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Don't just hold on now. Don't succumb to the pressure in
You
this
did good
room.
last week.
Stand strong.
There
Doug.
is 100% no pressure in this room.
Doug, keep on standing up
But
over him.
I'm gonna give you this one though. I'm gonna give it to our way because
There
only
he
reason
is.
I watched this. I look at the scores. These two score like
Look,
40.
man, I know he works out,
They
but
score
make
like
the right
54
pick.
points. They score like 54 points.
They did.
When did the
They
clock
did.
start running? I mean, come
56.
on.
It's
That's
not
crazy.
too many that's not going to get
I question
50.
some of those scores too.
So,
I don't
on
know how
the
people
80
score
level,
56
bro.
points.
Did
when
the clock
be
did not
running.
run at all? What's going on?
I
So
can count 2 that's not going to get 50. Everybody else, y'all 50 burgers.
okay. All right.
You think 50 burgers going on the Elks this week
50.
in 8U?
5-0.
Lord of mercy. Okay,
I've look.
that's here in Burleson too, right?
Hey,
Matter of fact, I'm
that
DOD in
AU
that game.
that AU
I'm gonna need you to stay
You
out
can't
of
do
the.
that.
okay.
practice
What's
is
the Northwest?
about
What's the
15
rule? He
feet
can't
from
cheer
you.
for his team, right? As a DOD,
You can stand there.
I don't mind standing there not cheering for
As long as-
nobody. I'll
when
just
when it
if
comes
people
to the
say
rules,
something,
as
I'm
long
just
as
gonna
he
go
follows
like
the rules.
this.
That's all that matters. All right. So
Don't let me
9.
down, Dixon. Don't let me down, Dixon.
We got 9U.
50.
All right,
Waxahachie versus BBCG.
which one?
Nine-
That's Justin.
9U,
Yeah,
9U.
Justin. BBGC.
You got Red Oak versus BYA.
BYA.
You got Melchior Merritt versus SYA. 9U.
This way.
I don't know why it took so long.
Sorry,
That's Doug's lock.
Yeah.
No,
Probably.
I thought about that, but that one was too easy for me, so I'm not gonna do that. So RYA versus Midlow Brogan.
Give me RYA.
That's Doug's lock.
And Lakeworth versus KYA.
Lakeworth.
Okay, so I was gonna go RYA.
Of course you were.
I was, but I'm not. I'm gonna go the Lakeworth KYA game, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Oh God, I'm gonna go KYA. I'm gonna go KYA for the lot.
Okay.
KYA for the lot.
Okay.
over there.
Lakeworth.
Amber says 8 U RYA. Coach Quinn, let's go. We've got Candy. Candy says they won't let us get that high. Candy also says SYA says KYA. Now you coming for RYA next week? Mark my words.
What's that last one she said?
Demondre says KYA 9U coming for RYA next week. Mark my words.
Okay.
And then Steve says no way Lakeworth beats 9U KYA.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, they got their lock. We got yours. All right. Next 10U.
All right. 10U. We got BBC Clark versus BBC Holcomb.
Clark.
We got SYA Bowling versus BYA.
Bowling.
You gotta stop disrespecting my BYA teams, man. You got RYA versus Warner.
RYA.
We got Red Oak versus LYSA.
Red Oak. No.
What?
This LYSA team's a good team, y'all.
They are.
They're a good team. Give me LYSA there. That's a good team.
Okay, 10U. We got Ennis versus Mid Robinson. We got Waxahachie Sedilis versus Ferris.
I like that Ferris team.
You love all Ferris,
but I really like.
But you ain't picked nobody Ferris. So go ahead.
He always picks Waxahachie.
Go ahead, pick Waxahachie again.
Ferris.
There you
Yeah,
go.
he went against their best Ferris.
I'm saying he just.
I know.
He's been
I
killing
know.
over
I
here.
just. I
got Lake Worth versus Waxahachie Hill.
Give me Waxahachie on that one.
Okay. And you got KYA Sheffield versus KYA Cook.
What's up, Sheffield?
Sheffield.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Sheffield. And that is also the lock of the week is Sheffield.
Oh man, me and Doug agree on a lot. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that KYA
While you're getting next one, we got Jessica Yay, 9U RYA. Katie says 10U SYA Longhorns number 3. Caden, what's up, Caden? Hope you're listening. 10U SYA. Jessica says shows good way to engage the boys. RYU 10U is coming for everybody. Steve says haters. I'm not sure who's hating.
You gotta tell us who's hating on you.
I know, man. Like, see, we don't get to see all the chat
hating.
here. All right, let's go. 12U. And then we got time to
12U.
talk more football.
SYA McCray versus Barrett. I'm not looking at you. I'm just marking it down.
Good job.
Okay, we got SYA Hemming versus BYA Fountain. Hey, he might have listened to you a little bit. He scored 6 points. It was 6-0. They won. So
he's trying to
they
get
drank a
you
little
to
bit of the
pick
Kool-Aid.
BYA,
They're trying to get a little.
please.
No, this is BBCG.
Yeah,
This is B team. 12U, he said.
SYA.
Yeah, you picked against them twice.
SYA over BBGC?
Yep.
The team 2.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Didn't they beat SYA last week?
They won.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they beat the other SYA team.
I did. Yeah, you know what? Give me Fountain. Let's go, Fountain.
I'm sorry, it's been written down. You cannot.
No changes. On
Veto. Give me Fountain.
He said veto. Who you
Let's
veto?
go. I'm vetoing my own vote.
Go veto his own vote. Okay. We got a Lake Worth versus BYA.
I'm sorry, BYA. You're going to get the wrath.
Lake Worth pissed off.
Lakeworth by 50.
By 50.
That does not going to happen. BYA going to handle their business.
You said 50.
Now listen, I had a little
50 burgers.
I had a little insight from one of the coaches there that I've seen the game, and he said they're going to shock some folks, that BYA team.
I know they are.
Did they win last week?
Yeah, they won.
They won. He said they're going to shock some folks. So
Nikki said 60. My bad.
I'm
There you
going
go,
with Lake
Nikki.
Worth, but I trust Coach, so he said they're going to shock folks. But I mean, I think the only shocking thing is going to be the scoreboard when it's lit up. But
Let me see
That's
my
what you
man.
said
Well,
last
hey, all right,
week.
let's
too.
go.
That's what you said last week,
That's
too.
you tripping.
Get him, Doug.
RYA versus LYSA.
our way.
Hey, finally picking us. Thank you.
And it's first Waxahachie Porter.
Porter.
What they look like?
How
Does
does he
anybody know?
always get a schedule like that,
Dude,
man?
Come on, they get us. They got lucky. We had
When do y'all play
we
them?
had them week 1, but now with the move.
Oh,
back,
you're at the end.
We got them
But
the
you-
second to the last.
You
game
still
of the
got
season.
them, right?
That's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's
So
good.
Midlothian
Yes.
Dean versus Waxahachie Collins.
I'll take Collins.
We got Midlow. Is that Murphy versus KYA?
Give me Murphy.
All right. Lock of the week is Waxahachie Porter.
Okay. I mean, you went out on a limb on that one.
Hey, listen, I think we forget what lock of the week is. It's not, hey, give me your best guess of the week. I'm trying to actually pick a lock. I didn't go crazy and pick.
It's easy to pick locks against guys that are going to put 50 up on folks.
Well, if you, like I said, that's why I didn't pick.
Lord, I mean, you might as well just pick RYA as lock of the week.
Thank you. Hey, he's making sense.
I did good. That's all I know.
He did last week as lock of the week, Doug.
I know. I
forgot if you remembered that.
I'm saying
He did. He
went out on a limb last week, and you don't want to give him
this week. He's reeling it back in.
But little does he know it wasn't a limb.
Yeah.
Doug had some inside.
Doug had inside.
He's been at every practice with us.
Every single practice. I didn't go to my own practice.
Thank you, Doug.
He surprised me when he was at that 9U game, though. I was like, Doug, what
I don't know why that surprised
it's a
you.
BYA team out here today.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of us out there watching you.
So we got coach here for the 8U team, right? So we got
Super Bowl champion.
We got time. We've already been told. Y'all
Yeah, you already said.
like. I mean, they already started sketching the rings, like we got name on them and stuff like that.
I've heard the chatter. I appreciate Eric putting us on like that.
Yeah.
Why is Eric so confident? What? Just go ahead. Let's share it. Right there's,
I mean,
there's no radar anymore for these guys that done put everybody far away out there right now.
Yeah, we've got a good coaching staff. We put in a lot of work on the coaching staff. We put a lot of work in building the team from, like he said earlier.
Okay.
When we started training, it was in March. And you know, we ended the season losing to the Gators 40-0. And then we lost to BBGC in overtime. And, you know, from that point on, it's personal.
Yeah.
Like Beyonce, it's personal.
It's personal.
So,
It's personal.
you know, whoever
But
we
anybody
get,
talking
it's
about
personal.
They have.
They've been keeping the name
That's
out
why
your
it's
mouth.
personal, because y'all need to be talking about it. That's why it's personal.
But we don't want to talk
That's
about
why
you.
it's personal, because you ain't talking about us.
So we put in a lot of work. The boys have put in a lot of work. You know, I push them hard. I push them as hard as they can go, and then above on.
That's good, coach. And you know, it's really good. It's really good to see different movement inside. You know what I'll tell you what I like about it. So here's Mike's overreaction for week one. Because like you said, week one, you know, really don't know who everybody is. When we get to week 4, there were flashes of what people could be week 1, right? Yeah. It's like, woo, like, man. And then that could all come falling apart.
Right.
What I really like how this year is shaping up is that some of the preconceived notions about who's going to come in and lay the wood, all of a sudden those teams they're a little nervous now.
They're getting shaken up,
right?
Shaking
and all of a sudden it's like, okay, you know, and not saying that every team's didn't put in work out there, right? I mean, I don't know what everybody's off-season program was, things of that nature. You know, we got 9-on-9 and 7-on-7 and all that stuff that people play and go through those off-season. But at the end of the day, it's what I really love about what I'm hearing. And it's not just you guys. Like I'll shout out to Trent, who is coaching the 6U Elks. I don't know what the record's going to be, but they took it personal. They won one game last year at the end of the year, barely won. And it was tough for him. His first year coaching, 5U flag. So you got the kids that are chasing butterflies, trying to win games. Yeah. But I'll tell you, man, all off season long, they did camps. They were out there. They were practicing, running plays. And I can just tell you from the practice standpoint, they haven't played a game yet. Yeah. They look like a real football team now.
You got to get your kids to not like losing, like to the core.
Yeah. And that's sometimes hard to do, right? Because here's the problem. Here's the reason why sometimes it's hard to do. Sometimes the parents stand in the way of that.
No, for sure.
Right?
I mean, that's half the battle, Mike.
Yeah, I've talked to parents, not on my team, but I've talked to parents that are like, oh, well, he's so young, it's okay. It's okay. And what that happens is that gives that window and that excuse of opportunity to say, when you're on the field and it starts getting tough, you can cry. No, it's okay. Mama says it's okay. Or daddy, right? Not saying
whoever,
mama, but
grandma,
they're okay. Like, and I know some of our moms on here ain't saying nothing's okay. They're out there.
I will say the other thing I'll say is one big thing about this year from last year was the parents buying in. Like, I have a lot of parents that bought into working as opposed to sitting back and just wanting to play.
That's good. That's really, really good to hear. But Doug, what do you think? I mean, you know, you're old. Like
you're an old guy.
I'm an old guy.
Hey, Doug.
Look good to be old too. What's up? What you got?
Tell me, you know, we were having this conversation. You guys know I do uniforms and stuff like that. I was having this conversation with somebody today, how football has changed.
It's evolved.
It's I remember.
Well, it's gotten a little softer too, though.
It has in some ways,
Big
but at
time.
the same time, it's also gotten more. I don't know if flashy is the right word, but it's more. You've got kids now, like when we all played football, right? And I even seen some old pictures of stuff. Like our best jersey we get heat press got here. You don't even get your name on the back.
You got the bad face mask.
Bad face mask by week 1. Now we've got kids going out with 2 jerseys, 2 pair of pants, chromed out.
A lot of
like,
that's technology too.
It is
the evolution of the sport itself.
but it's changed the game.
I think that I'm with Dion on look good, play good, feel good. All that stuff. I believe that. So
Agreed.
you come out there looking fresh, you kind of feel like, hey, I'm looking.
But Doug,
Let's
hold
go.
on. These guys are here. We've got Pee-wee teams, and I loved it. Showing up on buses.
Yes, sir.
Like
Me and
it's
Quinn,
awesome.
Hey, me and Quinn will be on some buses.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was awesome to
Cody
see that
started
at
that.
the Super Bowl last year, right? They get off. I know SYA, they had, and I think you guys too, they had like suits on and ties on. You know, you got the kids looking like game day, and they got their ears on, right? They're moving, they're going in to get changed. The game of Pee Wee football has changed.
It's evolving.
It's
getting bigger.
growing up. It's getting bigger.
Yeah.
But do you like it?
I like it
To an extent.
when
I gotta hear that. That's like
I like it as long as it's for the kids, right? I mean, because a lot of this flash stuff is for us. It ain't for the kids. They could care less. They just want to go play and look good. They don't care about. I'm not talking about y'all, but they don't care about a bus. It's fun for them though, right? It's fun.
Right.
But if they drove up on a truck, they wouldn't care because we're playing. But the bus is cool for them, so it's like, all right,
Yeah.
cool. As long as that stuff stays cool for them and they're happy to do it, then I'm all for it. You know, I don't even mind kids talking a little trash, but you got to back that chest up. You know, if you go whatever you say, you better back it up. Don't just talk to me and then get your butt
for
whipped.
sure.
You
Yeah,
know, I don't mind that kind
I
of
always
stuff.
say it's bigger than football. This Pee Wee stuff
Yeah.
is bigger than football.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
We building brotherhoods. We building lifelong friendships. I want these kids to remember these memories as, yeah, we played football, but we did this, we did that.
Oh yeah.
We did, you know what I'm saying? So
There's going to be some kids that come through every organization that they don't play anything past Pee Wee, but they'll
Right.
be watching on Sunday.
Right.
Man, well, we went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You should have saw me playing cornerback
See me,
3 plays
baby.
ago.
I think our job though, as men and as coaches in youth football, is to give them that experience so that they want to keep going
Yeah.
That is,
Like,
I'll tell you
after the game.
for me, I was talking to Doug about this. Like the whole reason why I got involved in uniform business, and we're in year two, we're learning a lot and had some struggles this year. But the reason why I got involved is because, like you guys are all talking about, I want every kid to have the best experience possible in youth sports, because for some kids, it's the best they'll ever get. I said that all last year, and I'll say that here. For some kids, them playing on that RYA high school field, they're never going to play there on Friday night.
Run out there with the varsity.
Running out with that's not going to happen. They're not going to make it. They
That's
maybe
the
it's
experience
junior
we wanna
high,
continue to
maybe
keep
it's don't know when their time's going to fall off. You know what I'm saying? And so and the other thing I'll say is, and I'll get to some of these comments. What I like about the whole riding the bus and all that type of stuff. Guess what, man? That gives kids something to look forward to. You play good, you get good rewards.
Yeah.
You know, you work hard. So, all right, we got a lot of comments here. Here we go.
Kevin got a good one.
All right, so read Kevin's. We'll kind of go through here.
The whole league is a brotherhood.
Oh,
Kevin
yeah.
Craig nailed it.
For
Seriously.
sure.
And we can see it evolving every week.
It definitely is. My favorite, Kennedale, which I believe this is Derek, says it starts at 5. You develop the work ethic if players are able to start that young. For sure. Frank Harris says starts with the work ethic, kids and parents going to them. We
Shout
got
out to Coach Frank.
Yeah, Coach Frank, shout out. We've
Zion Harris.
Zion. Big Z.
Eric's on point. I see Kevin's comment. Josh says our entire staff pretty much cut from the same cloth. Most of our parents too, get down or lay down. Carlos Cody says we have to let Eric cuss on air. I don't like this Eric talking.
I agree, Carlos. We're supposed to be raising better young men, and we got this guy up here.
For sure. And then we got a lot of people saying that you guys woke up Lake Worth last
that's
week.
what it's for.
And that is good. Robert Baker says life is personal. Jonathan says thank goodness for Birdville ISD open enrollment with we half of the 12U team together now
See you soon,
in middle
Robert.
school. So that's really good stuff. And it really is, guys. Like one of the things I'm honored, obviously, to be on the executive board, and Doug's vice president of the league. But one of the things that I absolutely love at the end of the day is we do have a lot of folks in there that really truly care about the kids,
sure.
right? Now we got still some things we need to work on. And by the way, for you parents, we did have a few issues this weekend, right, Doug?
But not a lot.
Nothing major.
Nothing major. Yeah. Just,
so keep it calm this week.
We'll be all right.
There's going to be some big games again. But at the end of the day, the reality of it is, if we're going to raise young men and young women in this league, we've also got to give them the role model to look at and act the same way as well, right? Absolutely. And what I like about it is that everybody seems to be focused on it. Joshua Davis says got to get back to work, and then also says love it. Thank you all for a great show. RYA for life. I mean, guys, a lot of good things that are happening around the league. That's for sure. Is there any game that you guys are looking forward to this weekend?
Ooh, yeah. What you guys got?
8U. I'm ready to see.
We know about 8U. We got Super Bowl.
Let me ask you guys here, okay? Before this, for this game. Let's start with 12U.
All right.
Who is now that y'all played Cody, you've won. Y'all won't see again till the playoffs, right? Don't know how
if
that works.
They make it.
Oh no! Whoa!
Dang, Eric going out on a limb.
News alert.
Carlos, he's still cussing on the air. He's still cussing.
Carlos,
my dude, man.
You will not be disrespecting people like that.
I mean,
on the
only
airway.
4 make it though, right?
Carlos,
Carry
he just
Wow.
You said you wanted Eric to come out, and all of a sudden here he comes, like gloves off, right?
Yeah. What was the question?
Ari has big old eyes. Carlos Cody says, "Oh." Laura says, "Nah." Carlos says, "Wow." So now that y'all played them and would not see them to the playoffs, is the Elks next on your radar?
Absolutely. Who doesn't know that? Knock off you think we're not coming? We're coming. And we thought we got them week 4, but we actually get them week 7 in our house.
Week 7 in your house.
Yeah. So I think they adjusted who was BBGC 1 and 2 to see Lake Worth and BBGC. It might have backfired because now they got to come to our way.
No, that adjustment was because Andy wanted to play in Battle of the Boot with there was. Yeah, so we can only fit one 12U team, and he wanted these kids to play in Battle of the Boot.
What is that?
So it's the Raiders and the Elks. It's like the mini boot. So we have that between Centennial and Burleson.
Centennial won.
So Centennial won this year. Shout out to Centennial. But there's BYA and the Elks will get together and play a whole series of game here in Burleson. It's gonna be a great time. Stuff like that. He wanted to play in that, and only one 12U team could play in it because they have won this year. So he wanted to play in that. So that was the switch. I assure you, no offense to RYA, BBGC ain't scared of you guys.
We know y'all.
I think on all levels.
I think he's afraid of y'all, man. I think he's scared of you.
Now I gotta ask though.
You gotta get your popcorn.
You gotta get your popcorn. But guys, let's just y'all have 31
kids.
kids on your team. How you getting all them playing time in a tough game?
3 plays.
Three
Get them
plays,
in.
man.
You got to be able to support. Hey,
It does. It does.
Teams count.
But you gotta
know
get.
how to manage that. You've got to know how to manage that, right? Let's be
But
honest.
this is important because I had a big team last year, and we had. I can tell you there were some tough games that it's like, okay, we gotta get folks in. I mean, like, and in big games, eyes are going to be on that for everybody, right? I'm surprised eyes weren't on it last week, to be honest with you.
Shout out to Josh Davis. He actually kept up with that for us.
Did he?
Absolutely.
So y'all were watching their side and all that stuff. That's
you got to keep up.
But you have to, right? You got
the main thing. We're keeping up with ourselves. That way we don't get caught out on it.
Yeah, and it's 3 plays a half, right? So we all know that, right? So do y'all have we go? Oh man,
see, you get sidetracked too fast.
Bro, I mean, I'm just saying
take
it's
it over,
useful.
We're gonna add 30 more minutes.
We're gonna have to add 30 minutes next week to show. Okay. BBGC, so you guys looking out for it.
We have
Doug.
Yes.
What we got to look forward to this weekend?
I'm telling you, I think that 8 game is gonna be the game to watch this weekend.
Whole lot of RYA wins. For sure.
Yeah, RYA and Dixon. That's the game I want to see.
Why?
Hey, y'all heard it from the doctor himself.
Same here. I agree.
RYA Dixon. That's the game we want to see.
That's gonna be a good one, man.
Hey, y'all know next
RYA
week if RYA ain't back next week, you know it was a flash in the pan, baby. Flash in the pan.
We take our L's like we take our W's, baby.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, JOCO Community Radio. Attention all business owners and creative minds. Do you need a unique and personalized touch for your products? Look no further than Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs. We offer custom laser engraving services for a variety of products, including promotional items and corporate or personal gifts. With state-of-the-art equipment and a team of skilled designers, we can engrave intricate designs on virtually any material. Whether it's